I had left another team in 2008 and I was going to take a year off, and BMC had bought this truck from Astana and they didn't have anybody to drive it that had a license, and I was the only person that actually had a truck license that could work for the team. And yeah, that 2009 I started with them and I drove the truck at every race, which is pretty funny. I do about 200 race days, so that involves the driving to and from the races, so probably about 140 race days actually, and then 40 to 50 days driving the truck. I like driving the truck. I really do. I mean, this truck, I've been driving this truck for 4 years. It's really fun. I mean, it's definitely scary sometimes when you're going up the switchbacks and down the switchbacks in the mountains, but driving the truck is fun. Yeah, being in the car and changing a wheel for a guy that goes on to, win the race or, do something really cool is a lot of fun too. I mean, racing in general is great. I really like the whole atmosphere, and it's a unique sport that the fans can really get in there with the cyclists, and they can go touch the guy, and you don't get that interaction in football or basketball or baseball. It's you're right there, the fans are right there, and it's really great for them. Some races in France you can get a campanile, which I think is fine, but sometimes you'll get some other hotel that doesn't have any breakfast and has beds that are kind of scary. Yeah, I mean, Swiss races around here are really nice. They tend to put us up in a nice place just because BMC is a Swiss sponsor. So you usually get the good preferential treatment in Switzerland. Garmin, I was the head mechanic for Garmin before this. So I started over here in 2006 with them as the head mechanic. I did 3 years with them and then decided I was going to move on from there. I have a wife and 3 kids in Girona. Yeah, so when I'm at home, it's full-time with the kids, full-time with the wife. Yeah, it's difficult being on the road, but I think they understand a little more, what our job entails, and the amount of traveling that I do is, it's not the best. I try and keep it to 180, but this year with the Olympics and the World Championships, it makes for more race days. But 180 days on the road is a lot, but then I have 180 days at home. At my first Olympics, really excited. I mean, with Tyler Farah on the team, he has a really good shot at getting on a podium, and I worked with him at Garmin, so I've known him for quite a while, and yeah, I'd love to see him pull it off. You never know. I mean, it's a one-day race. Anything can happen in one day, and that's the beauty of cycling. So we'll see. But yeah, if Tyler doesn't win, then I'd really like to see Gilbert or Cadel do something special. Tours are the most difficult. I mean, Tour de Suisse like this, I'm only away for 11 days, which is not bad. That's kind of the typical stretch that I do. Is one race is 10 to 12 days, and then I get to go home for 5 or 6. Yeah, it depends on the schedule, but yeah, I mean, the Grand Tours, they're brutal. Taylor Phinney is very unique. I mean, I've known him, I worked with him when he was on the Garmin junior team, the 5280 team in 2003. So I've known him for a while, and he's a character. I mean, he comes across as being totally aloof, but when he's on the bike, he's really serious, and he takes his job very serious, and he rides hard. Cadel is really great about his bike. He knows exactly when something is 1 millimeter off in the measurement of his seat height or the saddle setback. He gives great input. He knows exactly what goes on his bike. If he likes the air pressure on a certain tire, then he tells you. If he doesn't like it, then you change it. Some guys, you just hand them the bike and they take it and go. It's really interesting with some riders where they're very particular. Everybody's particular because they all want to make sure that their bike is exactly the measurement that they want. But some guys can come out and take a tape measure every day and, you know, double check and triple check, and yeah, I mean it's just the nature of the business. Is, you know, you deal with different personalities and you just roll with it. So, yeah. But Goodell's great. I mean, like, he knows when the air pressure's good. He knows. He's like, oh, that was fantastic. And, you know, when he wins a stage, he's always appreciative of everybody's efforts. And yeah, I mean, most guys are thankful. You know, some guys thank you more, some guys don't. It's just how it is.